I mean, it's been 2 years since the Canadian team had won.
The Canadians, they are the hot team right now. The neighbors to the north.
We brought the momentum that we built in Sydney.
Oh, it's so tight!
We really pulled our socks up when push came to shove.
Todd, massive. Could be a lead change coming here.
But we were firing.
And as they approach the line, it has been 727 days in the making.
And here's how we did it.
Yeah, it's fair to say the beginning of the season was less than ideal, put it that way. We had an okay middle of the fleet result at the first event.
We came sixth, you know, that's not an amazing start and it's not a terrible start.
Yeah, it's frustrating that the starts kind of felt like they were almost there.
It's felt in the dive, we're just slowing.
And we just sailed into the back and
then obviously in Auckland had a major with Billy getting injured.
Good, Bill?
No, he's not. Just let's do the better
We couldn't even race on the Sunday, which was about as painful as it gets. So after the first two events, we were certainly pretty heads down. But even before the first event of the season, we'd put some good things in place, and it did feel like away from the sailing, we were making good inroads.
In Sydney, we really came into that regatta wanting to push the boat harder. And the first training day, we pushed harder than any other regatta we'd done before. And we knew that, then the key was to get good starts, and then we'd be in good shape because we were moving forward. And that's what we did on the Sunday.
Canada, this is a huge move for them.
We got 3 out of the 4 starts, really, really good starts, and we moved forward.
Timing that counts right now.
And the Emirates winning moment goes to Emirates GBR. They take the win in Sydney.
It was kind of bittersweet, like we had it in the bag in Sydney and we should have won that event.
But felt like we'd gotten over the hump of what was the beginning of the season being pretty tricky.
I would say we were all really motivated to really turn it up in LA because I think we deserved the win in Sydney and just didn't get it done. And then, we were ready to perform in LA.
Welcome to the Rolex Sail Grand Prix from the Port of LA. It's the first leg of a back-to-back weekend California doubleheader.
I think there's a group of teams that have been very consistent at the top of the leaderboard over the beginning part of the season. We've had a tricky start, and really what we need to focus on is getting into that group, being constantly at the top of the fleet. That's what we're going to try and do.
Good morning. Welcome to the official opening press conference of the Rolex Los Angeles Sail Grand Prix. Thank you for being here to witness the most exciting racing on the water this weekend. Also finishing on the podium in Sydney, double Olympic gold medalist in driving for our neighbors to the north, NorthStar Canada, SailGP teams, Giles Scott. Now, Giles, you earned your first podium with Canada last month. Congratulations as well. It's been a mixed start to the season. How did you crack the code, though, to getting there on the podium?
it's fair to say that we've had a pretty tough start to the season that thankfully got somewhat turned around in Sydney. So I think for the team that was a massive achievement.
If you finish a race well or poorly, how do you reset yourself? Because
the difficult thing with SailGP is that it's so variable. I think you see it in the result sheets that if you win an event or a regatta, you don't necessarily win every race. You have to come from some pretty tough positions, and you have to expect that you're going to be feeling pretty crap throughout at least one or two moments during your race day. I think expecting it to come along is the first thing, and then just having the understanding that it's not really about how low you feel, it's kind of how quickly you can snap it around.
Can I follow up to that? Are you good in life like that as well? Or is it
No, I'm not good in life like that.
And yeah, with me coming in, with new management coming on board, the team is moulding itself into a new entity ultimately.
What? Why do the heads move around like that? Whoa, floating head. It's freaky.
So Dr. Bailey was with us this weekend, our owner. So basically, I was actually introduced to the German team has a piece for sale. As I was talking, somebody said, you know, Canada's up for sale. And you're Canadian. I said, oh, that's interesting. Lo and behold, we talked to the league and Canada was up for sale and there was an opportunity there. And that was it, and here we are.
Greg got in contact with the team and really wanted to make a bit of a statement with regards to some of the politics and press around American and Canadian relations, I suppose.
We checked this with the league, they're okay. The only person who seemed uptight about it was Phil, because he said he doesn't like anything political sponsored. I'm like, this is a joke. But obviously, the President of the United States has made commentary about the fact that, you know, Canada would be a 51st state. But he said we would be the best state.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy to show some support for that. We did a stunt with the team with our elbows up and our T-shirts on, which I think was great to bring the team together. And
so obviously, a mild political statement, but I think it's just so important that, you know, we reach out to the Canadian people who are feeling mildly offended, candidly, at what's going on, and this an indication that we can just be co-opted by the United States. So let's have some fun with it. And anybody who doesn't want to do it doesn't need to do it. All right. Thank you, everybody.
I think showing that we're proud to represent the great nation that is Canada is appropriate and right for us to do. And yeah, it's nice to bring the team together.
Elbows up. Walking.
All right, that's
perfect. Hey, PK, I got another one of these for you.
That's awesome.
You know what? Not 51.
And I think it's important that Canadians bond together and use this as an opportunity to step up on our patriotism and our nationalism so that it hopefully wouldn't be offensive to anyone.
We had a new partner, Flyhouse, involved. They were down with some of their own guests. You know, I think a great opportunity for us to showcase the team, showcase SailGP. They absolutely loved it. I keep saying it, SailGP is a bit of a snake's pit. There's good teams everywhere around us, and we've got to be on our top game to come out on the top of the leaderboard again.
But I think for us, as a team, like, we know that we can compete with those top teams. We think we're in the conversation with those top teams.
And that's what the focus has got to be. I think we've got to remain minded that we're on the back foot.
We still have a lot to work on as well. We haven't peaked yet. If someone wants to perceive us as an underdog, that's great. Like, I can't wait to prove them wrong, right? Like.
Greg's a competitive man. He wants to win just like the rest of us.
You know, not only do you have an opportunity as a sports team to excel and to make Canada proud of the team, but equally the opportunity to promote health and wellness. These athletes, they're athletes. You know, they're going 60 miles an hour, 105 kilometers an hour. You have to be a heck of an athlete.
Having Greg at my disposal for just even sending gym programs or my nutrition or something like that's really, really been super handy. And having him on site, I mean, you want to show him that, you know, we are the right people for the job, and he should continue to believe in us. So it didn't add pressure, I would say, but it, yeah, you want to do well for him.
And I want them to step into this as far as being spokespeople and get people off the couch. I mean, it is amazing the difference if you're fit in how you age. So health and wellness is it's my passion. So it's a very big deal to me.
He wants to win, he wants the team to be successful, but he also understands that this is a process. There's going to be ups and downs, and we've got to ride the roller coaster. Yeah, let's just hope that we start being consistent at the top of the fleet.
Welcome to the Rolex Sail Grand Prix from the Port of LA. And there are the 12 teams, the first time in SailGP history.
Day one key moment for me was our starting execution. Giles and CJ were completely dialed into what we hope to execute on the start. And yeah, just being able to pull the trigger at the right moment.
Canada and New Zealand lining up. Lines turn white. We go here. Who can get going fastest towards Mark 1?
You don't appreciate how extraordinary this is until you're at a live event. The speed, the precision, the athleticism as they run from one side to the other, and the boats are magnificent.
Looks like Canada will hold on for third. Giles Scott, NorthStar Canada, get a good opening race finish in third.
You know, we had a slightly different technique where we'd come in late and sit at the bottom of the line. And
all good here, no rush, no rush.
5.
I was pushing him hard to make sure we were slightly closer to the line. And
3 here, Giles. Small acceleration on 3, good, no lower.
Working hard to make sure we started with as much boat speed as possible.
And go,
0.8, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0, negative.
Oh, he's on the money again.
Peter Berlin working his magic on the Pacific.
Have a look at it, Todd. There's 5 wide around Mark 1. Canada and Giles Scott, well positioned.
Great start, mate. Driving over here.
And the starts were brilliant. You know, hats off to Giles and the team. He just nailed it, and that makes such a huge difference.
Inside of our screen, Canada and France are going to be the ones drag racing into Mark 1.
It's Canada on the inside, France in the middle, and the USA on the outside as they make the turn.
We expect that if we are first at Mark 1, that we should finish first in the race.
Any on here, guys? Okay, turn it down in 2. 1, work it down.
United States and Canada, there's going to be tight round the top here. United States are going to get round for a fourth.
Speed.
Brilliant race for the US team here. They come round the outside.
Wait to lead, board to lead, wing to lead, sorry. Okay, we got him.
It's not an extra layer of stress. No, I don't feel any more pressure with that. I put enough pressure on myself without having to feel it from others.
And I'll tell you what, the Canadians, they are the hot team right now. The neighbors to the north looking very good here.
Oh, it's so tight. It's really...
Certainly for all my sailing career, I always like to assume that I'm on the back foot and that we've got work to do. And we do have work to do, and we've got to keep getting better.
And look how tight they're getting.
Oh, they just got too high there on board the German boat. They put the bows underwater and stood up. I think everyone's avoided each other that Mark 1.
We're 8th at Mark 1. We're going to continue to plug away and get boats. It's a really positive mantra because we're always striving for perfection. We're striving to learn and we're striving to get better. But yeah, you can definitely hear it kind of in our tone and our pace on board.
Hey, reset here. Hey, no lower. Go on, one.
The big loss of the day, Stevie, I got to say on this last race, is got to be Canada. They'll drop back in a 6th place finish.
It will, but they'll still look pretty good on the leaderboard. Yeah, they'll be frustrated with places lost in the last few races. You can't get those points back.
That third race was frustrating. That one was, you know, we were fighting in the pack and we got the better of the pack, but
it was okay. I'm ready. It had its ups, but it also had its downs.
The day was good. We're in 2nd overall, so it's good.
Yeah.
But the 3rd race, I mean, I had to pick up all my marbles in between that and the 4th race. I lost them. Momentarily lost my marbles.
It's all right. These things happen.
But it could have been a very, very good day.
It could have been glamorous.
Like we could have smashed that day out the park. That was a good feeling to have, because if you come off the water after a day where you're 2nd overall and you still feel like you were being a bit silly here and there, that's a nice place to be. It enabled us to come out on Sunday, attacking Sunday, which you have to do. There's still 3 races. Very easy to lose those points that you've been able to put on the board on that Saturday.
After an exciting opening day 1 in the Pacific, lessons have been learned and the fleet returns to decide who will claim the top 3 positions and the event final.
Honestly, between events, I was watching the Four Nations hockey and going up playing hockey. I obviously, you know, the leader of the team wears a C on their jersey. And I felt with everything going on that it was about time we had a bit of Canadiana. So we have a C on the back of Giles' helmet. He's obviously the captain of our boat, but he's the captain of our team. So now he gets to wear the captain's C.
I got presented with a C on the back of my helmet on Sunday morning.
I'm not wearing CJ's helmet. No. Because you're the captain of our team and of our family. So
nice. Thank you. It was nice to be recognised with that and throw in some good Canadian ways.
Light airs, we know that there's plenty of snakes and ladders out there, so let's keep our heads on straight and keep plugging.
Race days, for me at least, about calming your nerves. Putting everything that you've been working on in training into practice and then, yeah, just executing. Game plan.
for the light win. They've got 4 people on board, so it's going to be tough for the sailors out here today.
1 minute to go before the start of race number 5.
Annie's a great sailor, and when it's 4 up, Annie moves forward, grinding.
My first time doing 4 up was actually my first event, was in Saint-Tropez last season, and I had just come off having a baby. I was 5 months postpartum having a child, and I just essentially came off the water, was like, I have a lot of work to do. I never thought I would be in a position that I would be grinding, but I want to do my best.
Line, we're looking for that line to turn white. Who's timed it right?
She's got it all on, and as well as that, she takes on a lot of trimming in the jib, which in the light airs and looking to pop onto the foil is a really, really critical role.
Canada, Australia, they're out the back at the moment, but it looks like Canada's about to get some breeze. Giles Scott's calling for the pop onto the foils. It was really interesting. So Annie Hager there, she's had to come up onto the handles and start working those, and I just think it's a lot of load on those handles, isn't it? She's normally a strategist. Suddenly she's got to go and grind that whole big wing sailing.
And she only weighs 56.5 kilos, you know, compared to Jerese, who could weigh in well over 100.
I basically just put in the hard work. You know, my husband made me a grinding machine. We have it down in my basement. We call it the pain cave, and I just kind of go there, and yeah, I have been putting in the work.
Looks like the Canadians are going to do it. Dip for the line. Canada are going to get it.
I put a lot of pressure on myself, you know, like I think as a mom, you're doing something you love and you're doing something you're passionate about, but I don't think it's a negative thing. I think pressure motivates me. I want to be the best.
It will be New Zealand, Canada, and Australia battling for the big title here in the Port of LA.
We're a small nation with, you know, with extraordinary resources. And so we're punching above our weight, you know, so I'm very excited to see that. Hopefully Canada embraces us, because there's very few teams who are competing as Canada on an annual basis. So here's one that goes all year, where Canada is competing against the best in the world on a level playing field. You know, you don't have somebody who has the best people because they can pay more than anyone else. The boats are exactly the same, so it's incredibly competitive. And now we got to show that Canada should be one of the tops, if not the top team in this racing series.
I find when I was younger and in Olympic sailing, pressure was something that I kind of dreaded. But now that I'm older, I think that pressure is an absolute privilege, because if you're in a position where you're under pressure, you're doing something right.
So here we go, the final race for the Rolex Los Angeles Sail Grand Prix.
It's more of a, right, we've done real well this weekend, let's go and cap it off.
Boats here, New Zealand are up and foiling, Canada up and foiling. We're waiting for the line to turn white. I love where the Kiwis are. All about timing now. How are we looking, Peter Burling? We are on time on New Zealand. The black foils will lead at Mark 1. Australia are late, and Canada have got it all on, but it's going to take some catching Burling and co from here.
We didn't win a race yet, but it doesn't matter. You only got to win one. The very last one.
Wise words from a wise man.
Strong words from a strong man.
It is the black foils up and foiling and pulling away.
Canada turn early. They look to cut the corner on the New Zealand crew. Who's done the better manoeuvre? Speed-wise, Canada look pretty good.
Holding high on that.
The key part of the race for me was the first split at the bottom gate.
Too early from Canada, but they will have a split.
So it's really coming down to the executing manoeuvres, but where New Zealand is where it's been working best all day.
Canadian boat is on the foils. The Kiwis have manoeuvred, fell off the foils, but they're back up and going. As we see from the Oracle cloud, we got the wind velocity so we can see as the Kiwis turn here, they've not done a great manoeuvre. They're just making a few little errors every time they turn the boat upwind here, and the Canadians did stay on the foils. See, Canada are still foiling.
Foil attack, Kiwis crash. Come on. Holy cats. Here we go.
And this manoeuvre back, Canada will have the right of way. Can they stay foiling?
Okay, here we go.
Yes, they've stopped flying, and they have the right of way here, Todd. Massive. Could be a lead change coming here. I like what the Canadians are doing. They're going to turn left.
Breaking away in 3, 2,
Big gain by the Canadians, all down to brilliant handling from the crew.
What a turn of event. This is all but a done deal for NorthStar Canada, as Giles Scott will spin it one more time to the right, and he'll be 250 meters away from glory. And as they approach the line, it has been 727 days in the making. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of NorthStar.
NorthStar Canada.
Well done, everyone.
Wow, what a result by them. Giles Scott bounces back from Sydney disappointment.
And he gets a man of the match for the effort today.
The greatest neighbors to the north as Canada comes to Los Angeles and claims the top prize.
Oh, after such fever pitch as well through the roof. Well done, everyone.
Hey, boy! Yeah!
What a day, huh? What a day.
It's so much harder watching it from the chase club.
Oh, yeah? Amazing effort from the team today. I mean, it's amazing. You know, we've had a good one in Sydney. And now to come here and to win is awesome for the team. I'm so proud of everyone.
We're happy.
The team has been doing an amazing job at learning one another and also being brutally honest with one another as well.
I think that's kind of the ethos of our team, right? Like, we don't have egos. We don't bring baggage of what we've done. It really is a strength.
I mean, the other side of that is that SailGP is not just one weekend. It's a whole year. There's multiple seasons. It always rolls on. It's a process. And equally, we also shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. We just need to keep plugging. We need to keep getting better. And we need to keep trying to do what we did in LA again and again and again.